Okay, hello and welcome to Hitchhiker, where we're trying a White Claw hard seltzer for the first ever time. And playing the game. Going for a Hitchhiker, what could possibly go wrong? So this is triple distilled spirits. It doesn't say what, but I'm guessing vodka. And mango flavour, so you know, they were cheap. Like 75% off, so I thought I'd give them a go. And you know, some streamers that have been screaming how good they are, so I figured, why not? It tastes like sparkling water. Not really tasting the alcohol, that's unique. It does say it's a unique flavour. I guess maybe we'll get to the alcohol flavour in a minute. Yeah, we've randomly gone to this guy's car. What could possibly go wrong? He's got chewing gum. We played the demo this, but this is the full release. Okay, so he's got some chewing tobacco. Not chewing gum, but some chewing tobacco. Probably gonna have a go with us for, like, you know, fiddling with all of his stuff. Can I steal your raisins? Should I pick up the ones that you've dropped? Okay, let's open the window. No. That's probably really going to annoy him, isn't it? Is our seatbelt? Where are American seatbelts? We brushed our teeth in his car. That's disgusting. And we didn't spit out the window. Hi. I don't know, somewhere.
Not the talkative type.
Guess I'm not allowed to be talkative, hey? It kind of tastes like cider, actually.
Most people
which is
I pick
weird.
up are just waiting for their turn.
Love is the extremely difficult realization that something other than oneself is real. I don't think it's that difficult to realize, actually. You must have been weird if you couldn't realize that. Sure, thanks. Literally what I said. Why not? That's a big box of raisins. Your personal... They're drugs, aren't they? Oh my fucking... Yeah, I realized that after I eaten them. Yet.
Strange. They're Thompson seedless. Good raisins. We steal far more of those in California than anywhere on Earth.
California raisins, yes, they are very
the
popular.
Clearest evidence that reality isn't real.
Sure.
Raisins
Tell me.
and grapes, man. They're the same thing, but they taste disgusting when eaten together.
I can't say I've ever tried eating a grape and a raisin together, but I don't know. I'm sure they'd taste nice together.
Think about when somebody asks you about this ride later, assuming you even know where you're going, and get someplace.
Do we ever know where we're going in life?
Hey, how'd you get here anyway? They'll ask you.
I've never known a hard seltzer to taste like cider.
Your brain will flash back for a second when you say this, and it'll show you a frozen snapshot of yourself sitting in this car
with no reflection,
like we are right now. But which moment will it actually show you? Will it be
the moment we die? Riddle hour. Which screenshot will it show on the thumbnail?
We think we remember how people really were, how our lives together really were. But when we think back to them, even the people we cared about the most, all we're doing is snatching moments out of the air.
Like ducks.
Just grabbing another raisin out of the box.
I mean, I'm not allowed to take any more raisins out of the box. Who are you trying to remember?
She's dead now, but you probably guessed that.
Sad. Yeah, sorry for your loss.
Thanks, but you don't look like you're doing so well yourself.
No, because you gave me funny raisins.
Takes one to know one, right?
So we're both dead.
I can
Okay,
always
got
spot
it.
someone who's grieving along this highway. They usually stand on the road with a dazed look on their face and their thumb up in the air.
What do you think I'm
like
grieving
you,
over?
I wouldn't have a clue. My wife, if I'm totally honest with you, I don't really remember what she
Wow,
looked like.
really?
Remember
You could have
everything
loved her
about
that much then.
just not her face.
I
Some
guess,
people have
if you
faces
love the
that are easy to
personality.
remember. Doesn't seem fair.
Doesn't, does it? I think you'd remember your own wife, but,
Well,
you
it's
know.
not as easy as you think. I'll give you an example.
It depends how long you live with
You
her.
think you're
Surely
present
you're
in the
looking at her
moment?
face every day, right?
Been talking to me for a few minutes now. What color are my eyes?
Blue.
Yep, not bad. But that's just your photographer's eye. Just figured from your gear. A lot of photographers
I've
carry
got
that
a
backpack.
toothbrush.
Tell you what, Ansel Adams. Do me a favor and close the window, would you?
Okay.
That's better. Now,
Why have we got off the beaten track?
Yeah, fair number.
We're heading somewhere he
After
doesn't
a
care
while,
about,
you
does
start
he?
seeing the same few archetypes.
We're just
over and
driving.
over. You got the numbnuts Kerouac fans. You got your autodidact blowhards. They'll talk your ears off. You got a lot of people from Cincinnati for some reason. You got your deadheads trying to get to some concert someplace. And then there's the water bottle.
This appears out of nowhere with the help
Bottle
number.
person. Always worrying that they're going to run out of water before they get where they're going.
I mean, can we call this number 55507343?
What you got there?
Telephone. Nothing.
Just a matchbook, huh? I figured it must have been something important.
What makes you say that?
Because the window is still closed.
Huh?
So, where were we? Still, you're the first hitcher I ever picked up who doesn't have a destination.
Would we throw it out the window? Very funny.
Seems like the right name for a guy who's traveling the world without knowing where he's going. You
Fair
just
point.
sit back, Copernicus, and invent a language where false statements are impossible.
Communist. Well, yeah. Just because I lied to you, I guess, huh?
You know,
Okay.
when I was a
I mean,
kid,
I know you know everything, right?
my brother and I used to drive our parents crazy on long drives like this. Our folks wouldn't let us listen to the radio in the car. So we used to make up these songs about food on long drives to pass the time. We had this one with about 30 verses, each about a different kind of grain. There was this one time when we passed a billboard for this new kind of bread. Blah bread. In hell they have a hell
I did pay attention to what that...
blah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread.
I've not heard of bala breads, I've heard of laksa.
Bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread.
Okay, robot.
Oh yeah, that drove Mom and Dad crazy.
I'm not surprised!
Join in. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread.
No
In
thanks,
hell
I'm
they
good.
have a hell a lot of blah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread. In hell they have a hell a lot of blah bread.
I'm good, thanks. Driving me crazy.
Actually, I'm beginning to understand my parents' perspective.
Yep.
Getting older's funny. It's like reading a book where less and less happens, but the writing gets better and better.
Does the writing get better though with age?
You got that right, kid. Let me tell you, getting old is no picnic.
Nope. What's it like being married for that
Yeah,
long?
well, That all sort of depends on which raisin you take out of the box, right? How you spin
Raisins.
it.
Fair
We
enough.
were married for 37 years.
37
People used
years!
to ask us how we
Congratulations.
managed, being married and all, working off the side of the road together.
Also, you don't look that
Sharing a
old.
little trailer.
But I guess, you know, you've reverted
Truth
to a younger
is,
form, right?
Nobody knows if they're happily married. All they know is that it's.
She also might have died long before him. That's why he could have
for the
forgotten
last
her
37
face.
years. It's not that simple, Copernicus. Life has a way of chipping away at that certainty.
Okay, so we're
It'd be
taking off
easier
this
if you had
beaten
a
road
number
again.
assigned to you, a number from 1 to 100, printed on both your foreheads where you could always see it.
I'd say 1 to 100 seems like
Every year.
a
Right
bit
after your
too
final
few
taxes.
people for like the
Oh, we're
variations
at
and
71.
matches.
That couple down the street, the Rosens, they're in 82 this year. Oh, I guess they have it a bit better than us.
Oh, it's a
Some way
rating of how
of
good
knowing.
you are as relationship, right? Um, 71 isn't that bad.
There's a photo in that glove box there of us, standing in front of our trailer. It was in a magazine. One of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings with the rest of the country. Well, I never opened the glove box myself. It's kind of a superstition of mine.
Why would you never open the glove box? I guess once you're driving is one
But
thing,
help yourself.
you know? That seems weird that you would never... Just gonna pick up this and none of the other
Where'd you get
stuff.
that? That's not her. And that guy there, he looks like you.
It does look like me. And, who's the woman then?
I don't know. I was going to ask you the same question, Copernicus. Did he... Who gave this to you?
It's your glove box, not mine.
Well, I guess it belongs to you. You'd better hold on to it.
Thanks.
What woman? Well, oh, her. Well,
That's a little sus that you don't know
hard to
anything
say.
about it.
I wouldn't lose any sleep over it.
I mean, this doesn't look like me, and doesn't look like anyone I know, but I'm guessing it was the guy's girlfriend or significant other, right? Emo swish. I
What's
mean,
that black thing in the glove box anyway?
these must be relevant to us as well, right? What?
See anything
Okay.
interesting there?
Yeah.
A windmill, eh? No idea.
I saw a windmill earlier. Mind if I inspect the almanac as well?
Say, want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Why did the raisin take the prune to the dance?
Why?
He
Why did the
couldn't get
raisin?
a date. Hey, that reminds
You're
me.
a dad, alright!
Almost 4:30. You'll like this. It's my favorite.
That's a dad joke and a half.
I once knew the hostess, Darlene. She used to change the tires.
This is
on my
some
truck.
boomer music.
Welcome to another Interstate Riddle Hour. Here's our first riddle. Keep your eyes
Okay.
peeled, all you blacktop carpetbaggers. I fly, yet I have no wings. I cry, yet I have no eyes. Darkness follows me. Lower light I never see.
I fly, yet I have no wings. Darkness never follows me. I kind of feel like it's the sun, but I mean, the clouds is a thing. I fly, yet I have no wings. I cry. It could be the
Very
clouds.
good. Here's our
They
next
rain.
one. A gatekeeper gatekeeper forever bound. He opens and shuts with a similar sound.
A creek? A gatekeeper forever bound. He opens and shuts with a similar sound.
Need some help? Think metal teeth that open and shut.
Open teeth? That are great. I mean, I'm seeing nothing. Nothing that could possibly fit that.
Need some help? A gatekeeper forever bound. He opens and shuts with a similar sound.
Door can gatekeeper forever bound. He opens and shuts with a similar sound, and it's metal. But we're not seeing anything metal. I mean, the windmill's up there. I can't take those to see either. There's literally nothing metal. It's got jaws. Jaws and doors. Metal jaws that open and shut with a similar sound. There's something over there. Is there like an alternative view? I feel like there was some way of changing the camera angle, right? Zipper?
Good.
I don't know why I listen to this every day. Damn questions are rigged. I never get them.
Says the guy
That was
who had to
annoying.
put pressure to keep his tires out.
Hey,
4.3.
Having fun? Want to keep going? Great. Here's another one. Take one out and scratch my head. I am now black, but once was red. What am I?
A raisin. I'm now black, but once was red. I mean, I would have guessed the raisin, because they could have been red grapes. Literally could have been red grapes. Not the chewing tobacco. Mistakes were made. It's the raisins! They were red grapes and now they're black.
Need some help?
Sure. Give me a hint.
Check your backpacks, friends. The answer could be hiding inside. Well done. Okay, here's a tough one. I have 4 wings but cannot fly. I never laugh and never cry. On the same spot I'm always found, toiling away with little sound. What am I?
4 wings, but I never fly. But it's nothing in our backpack. 4 wings. I mean, the car could be a building, has wings, like a hospital. 4 wings, Is it something in the goddamn almanac? 1954! Okay, binoculars were able to be looked at this time, so it might be something on the binoculars. Okay, it's the windmill, yes.
All right, here's our last riddle. He lies without touching the ground.
Oh, come on, Darlene. Damn it, Darlene. I should have tipped her better when she changed the tires. She's been out to get me ever since. Look, she isn't being straight with you, kid.
Check the photo,
you are.
Copernicus. The photo in your bag. Then you'll see.
Oh my god! Did he murder her? Her face has been melted away.
She's in trouble, Copernicus. You must help her.
Things like that happen all the time on this highway. It's nothing to lose your scrunchie over.
No, I think we need to help her.
Riddle hour has now ended. I've helped you all I can this time. So long,
Well.
Copernicus.
Kid,
So long.
I am sorry about your girlfriend, but I had nothing to do with it. It's just the opposite. I was sent to protect you.
Sus. Protect me from who?
From yourself. You picked this car every bit as much as I chose to stop for you. You picked this car, picked me, not to feel anything.
We responsible?
Let's not kid ourselves. You don't seem like a guy who wants to remember. Look, I admit I lied, but only about one thing.
You're us. We've met before.
Yeah, we've met. Twice, in fact. Sure. You showed up at my trailer park taking photos. At first, I was a bit suspicious, since there were plans to kick us out and develop the trailer park into some kind of shopping center. But then it became clear that you'd been sent here by a magazine to do one of those stories about vanishing farmers that always pulls heartstrings.
Like your
to the rest of the
wife.
country.
She was clearly there with me.
Kid, I told you, you don't want to go down that.
Yes, we do. Why should I be afraid of the truth?
Well, what's that they say in that Tom Cruise movie? The one where he's a bartender?
The bartender and the thief are lovers?
Or it wouldn't end at all? I wasn't afraid of the
I've never
truth
seen
either.
that movie.
Back then, my wife, when she got the x-rays.
Cancer? But can I get help for her? Maybe I should have been honest with you about that.
She knew. She decided to spare my feelings.
Hello, Piglets! Hello, hello! It's a mystery puzzle game.
Never suspect, because it was so obvious.
How are you? How's your day going?
Stayed closed until today, till you came along.
Where he's a bare knuckle fighter. Locking your feelings
That's what
away.
you liked about me when we met, when you came to take those photos.
I liked Edge of Tomorrow. I didn't remember if he was a bare knuckle fighter. I thought
I had to look up at least one of those words.
there was a bartending one where he was.
Turns
Is it
out
just
you
literally called
knew how
bartender
to
or
deal with
something?
every little thing that's gone wrong with me. Well,
He's not a bartender in Edge of Tomorrow, is he?
Farmer, we're not known for live casting our power ballads.
And I thought Edge of Tomorrow was the time travel one where he kept
There's a little
rewinding
setback
time.
that you've learned to live with.
I didn't know if he was a bare knuckle
Well,
fighter.
trying too hard to remember.
But he
wish it was
gets the
that
power to
simple.
rewind time because he gets infected by the alien that can rewind time. What else then?
Hey, Chief, why don't you have a look here?
Oh, we're actually available to be seen in with Marty McFly. We are literally Marty McFly now.
He appeared on this highway about the same time you did.
Oh, that's a different
Because
guy.
he's part of what you're running from. Not sure.
It's Marty McFly.
Can't see him directly. He only shows up in mirrors, windows, pictures. Well, we haven't talked yet about the second time we met.
He only appears in mirrors.
That's the thing. It's a little hard to explain. Better if I just take you there.
Oh, we're actually going somewhere.
It's just a quick detour. We'll be there in a minute. But close the window. You don't want to have it open where we're headed.
He really doesn't like having the window open. This guy really doesn't like having the window open. What is that little thing? The thing that was on the dashboard. It's a little raisin guy. So there's a whole bunch of things that just randomly appear in the car as we go through the journey and we can interact with them. P! It does look like a P. But yeah, it's a little raisin mascot. I think he's a grape. You know, an untried raisin. Okay, suddenly it is nighttime and we've closed the window and we're just waiting to... I can't interact with anything anymore, so...
A man travels along a road until he reaches a gate at the top of a hill. The road has been long and straight so far, and the going has been easy. But now the man can't go any further, so he takes a seat by the road to rest. The man waits, and after a length of time that seems neither short nor long, the gate opens, and a guard appears. The man asks the guard for entry, but the guard says he cannot let him enter at the moment. The man thinks for a second and asks if he will be allowed through later. It is possible, says the guard, but not now. The gate now stands slightly open, and the man tries to look through it.
Oh, couldn't we just run through the gate?
His journey has been easy so far, and he misses the feeling of the open road. The guard notices and laughs. Even if you could gain entry, there are many gatekeepers after me. Some are much stronger than me, and I'm afraid to look upon them. So there the man waits, for days, months, years, waiting to enter.
Well, we could climb the tree and climb over.
One day, when he's given up hope of entering, a single question occurs to him.
And he wasted his entire
One he's
life
not thought
waiting.
of before. Why, he wonders aloud, are there no other travelers along this road? All these years, no one but myself has waited in front of this gate.
Because other people
The
are
answer
living
to
their
this
lives
question
and not...
Comes from a voice
wasting it.
near his shoulder. It is
Don't
you
waste
who
it
made this
waiting.
gate, says a bird perched nearby. So it exists for no one but you,
Your own progress gate.
asks the traveler. Why would I choose to stop here?
Because most people get stuck in a rut on their life and don't continue onwards. They don't move on. They just stick in their
The bird
cycle and
answers after
wait for
hungrily
death.
eating a crust of bread from the man's hand. After this point, the road becomes less straight. It splinters like the tree in which I live, splitting into dozens, hundreds of branches. The path becomes impossibly narrow and frail, and crowded with the view of other paths one could have taken. There's only one point ahead on the road where all paths converge,
Death!
where all points join,
All
where the
roads
light
end
shines
in
through
death.
sin and through lies. But it's never been reached by one of your kind, a traveler who walks on feet.
Is that why we're hitchhiking?
Shoo! Cries the guard, chasing the bird away. Don't listen to his nonsense. Having said this, he takes a seat next to the traveler, but not before closing the gate. Forever. So when you think about it, who knows how long we've been sitting here, just like this, on this road. Take it
Well,
from
we're
me.
not on foot.
It's better to face things with, what's it called again? Fortitude. Better not to feel too much.
I don't know about
Want a
that.
raisin?
No, I'm good,
You
thanks.
sure? You just need to
Yeah.
get used to them.
No,
Life
I
is like a
kind of.
box of raisins.
Then the box of
That's
chocolates
some
as well.
Forrest Gump type wisdom for you right there. Here, I'll leave the box open for you. Help yourself.
I am good, thank you. Hi. Can I speak to you?
Look, hooded crows all along this road. I have to chase these for my farm every harvest.
I think they are here to help us. There's lots of crows. I think they are perfectly nice crows. I don't want to chase them away.
They look hungry. Didn't get much peck out of this last harvest.
Can we feed them? I mean, I don't want to eat the raisins myself, but I'd happily feed the crows. Like, you know, if you want some, you are more than welcome to, crows. They look hungry. I would very much like to. Have some
You
raisins.
don't want to do that, kid. These birds
Sure about
are
that?
unpredictable. There's no telling what they'll do once they start swarming. Get enough of these crows together and it's big trouble.
I don't know, they seem like good people.
You're making a mistake, kid. You don't know where they're taking you.
Around the path.
Help you. I'll help you figure out what happened when she came back from Europe.
No, you just want to deceive me. You are
Look,
the
I get
deceiver.
that you're mad, and I don't blame you. But you don't know what's out there, kid. What other drivers on this road are like. Stay with me, and things will play a whole lot safer.
You don't play the game safe.
All
You don't
right,
play
I
life
guess you made
safe.
your choice. Don't blame
Yeah.
me for what happens next.
I don't play life safe.
Now you've done it. They've taken control of the car. I don't know, Copernicus. Why don't you ask them?
Off the beaten track.
We're at my farm, Copernicus. I had a funny feeling. The moment you looked through those binoculars,
Yeah, I had a feeling too.
they're pulling us around in circles. They're afraid of the scarecrows I put up here last summer. They want to take us, take you, I suppose, to that windmill in the middle.
Yeah, we should go inside. Rotate the scarecrows away from the crows. How do I do that exactly? Can I open the door? How does one rotate the scarecrows away from the crows? Use the binoculars. Oh. Okay. There we go. That'll do.
You need to rotate the scarecrows. See if you can find something in this car that might do the trick.
I mean, I've rotated the scarecrows. It just seems a bit awkward. Like, they kind of keep rotating. They kind of keep rotating after a pointed weight. Like, it's not the greatest controls. Use the window crank. How can I... What?
That's it, kid. Now, more of the same.
Okay. And it's kind of a bit of a weird control, because it's like, you know... I see. I stop the window crank when it's done. I see. I don't know, he seemed happy to help us, actually, in the end. He printed us a new photo.
I think it's for you.
A non-bird one? It's the same photo.
They have a way of leaving gifts once you've fed them. Often something shiny or a piece of string.
We didn't get the help matchbook this time. Oh, and we actually get to see the nature of this?
I'll be back before you know it. It's practically a cliche. Going to Europe to have new experiences, and yeah, it's corny. But maybe find myself.
I guess I'm just worried that you'll find yourself, but leave me along the way.
I'll be back before you know it. Promise. Here's a security deposit.
What a weird box. Did you win this at the circus?
It's great, right? I'll send you something special from Europe to put inside.
So it's a music
you know I'm
box,
thinking of you. And then we have our road trip together when I get back. You won't miss me anyway. You have plenty to keep you busy. Like that job in California. The story about...
With the raisins.
Vanishing grape farmers. You're right. I'm worrying too much. I love it. Does it lock?
In some other world, it must, but not here. Okay, trade you a memory box for your Polaroid. Say cheese.
And so he had the photo. Okay. He went to talk straight to us now.
Well, now that you know how it started, it doesn't make the next step any easier, does it?
She's in trouble. Need to find out what took my memories. Well,
Listen.
she's in trouble.
I disapprove of just about every choice you've made in this.
Really?
But I like you, kid. And I can see you've made up your mind. If you want to find your girlfriend, if you want to find out what happened, if you really want to
Also
go
traveling
there,
60 miles an hour, not
you've
moving.
got to find that box. Personal experience, kid. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Noted. Finds her box.
Well, this is where I say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Unless you want to help transport 4 bushels across. Nah. Just remember, there are many more gates ahead and many more guards. I'm pretty much the friendly drunken uncle of the bunch.
Noted.
Well, good luck to you, kid. Oh, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
What did the grape say when he got run over by the car?
It's not going to be something about a date.
Nothing. He just gave a little whine. Good luck with your search.
Thanks, Dad. Oh, ha ha ha, dad jokes. There's so many Twitch streamers that have TTS just non-stop terrible dad jokes. And it's just like, okay, oh, we get our next. Oh, do we go on foot for the rest of the way? What's that? Ooh, we see that there are multiple Right. Okay, because it didn't show us this. So these are the other gatekeepers. Okay, this guy looks like a creepy kidnapper. From Oregon, Patrick Hopper.
It's the
He
second
was
house
offered
to the right
random
here. No, wait,
raisins.
the third.
Don't you remember where it is? I thought you spent your whole childhood here.
Wait, is she taking a taxi and have we turned into her now?
Do you know what put us
Or
on
are they
the
just all different
Do
stories?
you know? And please don't say opposable thumbs. Plenty of animals have those.
Yeah, it's not opposable thumb.
Possums, koalas, something called the waxy monkey leaf frog. They're nothing special. Forget about thumbs, okay? Memory is what put us here.
Passing on knowledge
So many
to
of our
others,
dreams are set
more
in
accurately.
places where we used to live. We want to see
'Cause
them.
animals
Live
have
them
memory.
again. There should be a rule, a kind of social convention. The old apartment rule. Works like
It's like,
this.
you know,
One
passing on
should
memories down
take
generations so
used to
they
live
learn
in
and know
simply
things that other
explain,
people have learned
"Oh,
before.
I used to live here. There's nothing strange about it. The people who live there just throw open their doors and invite us in to have a look around. So we can go back home again.
Foster Avenue, eh?
We can be whole.
We can be whole again.
Hey, are you keeping an eye out? Oh dear. I didn't mean to put you to sleep with my talking.
What am I looking out for?
We're looking for Asper Street. At least it used to be called that.
Fax machines in 1982. Panopotlica. Okay.
That. The problem is
Save the whales.
that a few years ago,
Lola, dearest, greetings from Spokane. I'm visiting for a lecture. Wish you were here. My hotel room is shaped like this. What sort of a hotel room is shaped like that? Jesus. Your friend Hops.
they
You rabbit.
rearranged all the letters
Save the dolphins.
of the street signs in this.
Something about farming and business. Okay. Traffic jams expected over Labor Day weekend. 29 seriously injured in a car crash. Okay.
Very impractical. Mining catch.
Mandel
What's your
Ferrero.
name? Time hops. You don't remember.
You'll be hungry again.
They say sleep is the cousin of death.
There's
Well,
no
lucky
door
I
this
happened
time.
to find you in that cornfield. Some of the places I'm asked to lecture at these days, dubious at best. No, just a second. Let's find this Asper Street, please, before we begin our inquiry.
Hey Jack, have a great road trip. Would be a little easier if my boyfriend could drive. Tell Mum I'll be back in time for her birthday. Kira. Yesy Pink!
Like I say, they might have rearranged the letters a bit.
Asper Street. They might have rearranged the letters. Wall Street, but it's not Asper Street, is it? Foster. Neither of those. Pez. Fine. We'll wait until we can come back around. It's Pear Street. Isn't Asper... Pears? Reaps?
Yes, that's
Reaps will do as well.
very good. So, we're on our way. There was something you wanted to ask.
Why's your car in it?
What can I say? I like to hold on to things.
A
Let's
hoarder,
give yourself
okay.
the option. That's what I say. Keep your eye on the rearview mirror.
Nothing
You,
wrong
my
with
friend,
memories.
should know that best of all. Now, we're all looking for something on this road. Now, I've never met anyone who wasn't. My dog. Well, she's
Sad.
been missing for a long time now.
It makes you got bored of
Dogs,
your lectures.
Like me. Stupid idea, naming a dog.
That is a terrible idea, yes.
They constantly think they're being trained. every time someone you know stops you in the street. Made her a little bit high-strung. So, Vern mentioned this problem you have with a photo. So, you're looking for her. What happened to her?
Have you seen her?
I can help you with one part. You two came by my house, yes? See, that's my silo. There in the background.
Okay.
Well, there was some kind of an argument. I invited you two in and put the kettle on the stove. You never wound up making it through the front door. No, just you two doing the arguing. She suddenly had to
I
take
don't
a call.
believe you.
Got impatient. Well, I got the feeling there was something more behind it. But, who knows? Relationships between adult humans are not my strong suit.
Because you're not human.
If you want to know what happened to her, why don't you just ask her yourself?
Because we can't contact her?
Ask me yet where we're headed. The warehouse of lost things.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's this warehouse that contains everything you've ever lost in your
Impressive,
life.
impressive.
You can find anything there.
Including lost love.
But only get 15 minutes to look.
Okay.
Yes, only 15 minutes.
If you know what you're looking
Last
for.
time I was there, I got distracted by some mittens. Yeah, I had as a kid. Left them at a bus stop sometime in the mid-60s. After that, my parents bought those things that clip your mittens to your coat so it wouldn't happen again. Well, why not? Shamanic tribes of the Amazon believe that in order to heal, you have to journey into the other world, find the thing you've lost among the spirits, and bring it back. Now, and to think of all the things we misplace. Atlantis, huh? And we lost an entire city once.
I don't know, they kind of found it again, actually.
Chances to go back and retrieve some of the things we've left behind.
How far is it?
Now, if I remember correctly, it's only about another 20 minutes from here.
Yeah, that's not terrible. You can make that. Can I open your glove box? Have you got anything in yours? Yeah, hello. Keep on with the conversation, sir. It's puzzle timers.
Peculiar. It's nothing. Just wondering about this green light. Are you one of these people who's good with cars? I was hoping you might know. I never saw it before until you got into the car.
I think it might be the manual. It's not the engine.
A car manual? Oh no. That's not the sort of book I keep in here. I'm a humanities teacher. No, I think we'll wait to find a mechanic someplace. Perhaps that part-time quiz show hostess.
Or we could just turn the radio on.
The green light. The epic sense of man's urgency. The future that keeps receding from us. Yes,
Like your hairline.
I suppose you've read The Great Gatsby, too. It's probably nothing major, just a reminder to get something checked. But what do I know? I'm not the technical sort.
Or we can turn the radio
We
on.
can ask Lola. Well, she's very good with these things. Probably not, young man. Lola's a kind of oracle. Well, she's given me lots of good...
It's probably the fact that we're hungry.
Besides, more to the point, I'd like to
You don't have foods.
check with her about directions, just to make sure we're pointed the right way. See if you can find her here. No, not a woman. A bear.
Her name is Lola.
Small, you see. A toy bear. Now, I found her at the World
Probably
Fair
the-
in Barcelona in 1929 at an exhibition.
Probably in the glove box, right?
Lola Montez. But she's somewhere in this car now. Feel free to rummage around as much as you need.
Lola Montez. Okay, well, you won't let me actually do that. You won't let me in the glove box. Okay. Let me guess, she's in my bag. No, she's not in my bag. Right. Ah, so I move things. Okay. There's a key.
What have you got there? Interesting. Looks familiar.
It's the key to the glove box.
Lola. Put her on the glove box lid, my boy. That's where she likes to speak.
What a creepy looking doll. So don't forget we're hungry. Sure, let's wind up Lola the bear.
Yes, sometimes directly, sometimes in a more of a roundabout way. Lola,
It's through interpretive dance.
this young fellow here, and well, the warehouse. Now, it's left up here on Concord Avenue, right? She's not ready to talk yet.
So she's gonna point it when there's a direction, right?
She's lonely, and she misses her friends. It's nothing personal. We're just not magical. Fellow memory objects. That's her preferred company. Trinkets like her, lost and found many times over the years, imbued with the memories of everyone who's ever claimed them as their own. Get enough of them together, and things start to get interesting. The present moment peels back like wallpaper.
I know some memory
Past
trinkets,
behind
okay.
it, and the future ahead. Her and her friends, yes. She's very good. She even remembers my dog's names. Well,
Are they all called
it depends on
Hops?
how many years you have at a time. Currently, Hops is the only one
Okay.
who's out of pocket. She's been
You're only
gone
missing the
for
one.
almost 9 months. I'd very much like to find her.
You know, I kind of suspect you might have been missing
I
a
couldn't
lot
focus
of dogs.
last months. I got a bit detained. Yes, it all started when
Buying
I was
tube
buying some
socks.
tube socks. I was on the escalator trying to leave the mall. Do you?
And then you
ever
got
have
stuck
that
on the
phase
escalator.
where you buy something and you know it's the right thing, but you start worrying about it just as you're leaving. I was
No.
staring at the socks, wondering if they were the right length. Now I knew they were, but
Most socks are pretty universal, and
because
it's just
suddenly I slipped down that crack at the end of the escalator, right where you're supposed to step off.
you can't slip down the crack. This is even stranger than the talking bear.
Yes, exactly the thing kids are always worrying about, getting sucked down the escalator. Well,
It's impossible
first
to
quite
happen.
quickly, and then very slowly.
And then you die because you get
Before
squished
you
in the
know it,
mechanics.
You're banging around in this chute, and then you land at the bowling green. That's what they call the entrance. That's a little area with some onboarding materials and that fake grass carpeting, so the landing isn't so rough. It's the most fantastic place. Under the escalator, just vast.
Oh, is this where the warehouse is?
Bed and landing on the moon.
Also, the alien shadow creatures corner.
Oh, not much really. There's an old black and white TV.
It's
that
also a
only
maze
has few
box.
channels. There's some old board games just lying around, but they're all missing pieces and instructions. There was
Ludo!
a box that promised 8 games in one,
Uno?
but I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to play a single game. A couple of decks of cards, all incomplete. I must have dreamt 20 times that I found the 4 of clubs.
Okay.
Oh, no. There are other people there, but not much good for company. Everyone's just waiting to get out. Very poserish.
Again, people just waiting,
Let
not
me
doing
tell you,
anything to try and get
A lot
out.
of staged ennui. Pretty much the only thing that passes for excitement
Well,
there
that looks like a way
is
out.
when somebody new drops in.
It's also a way out.
Pretty
You
cool.
climb up that.
You learn to tell the difference between the real people and the mannequins they dropped down the chute.
I mean, it seems
They
obvious,
open the
right?
escalator every year on January 1st. To clear everyone out. They used to do it more often, but then, well, yep, budget cuts. I fell in the beginning of April, one of the last cold weekends of the year. Really tough thing to get your head around, being trapped in there almost a whole calendar year. They stuffed mannequins full of food and supplies, put them on the escalator, and just let them slide down the chute.
So what happens if they rip
Well,
apart
that's
an
a
actual
big
human?
moment when they drop the mannequins down.
And they
Really
eat the
breaks
human.
up the monotony. Everyone rushes over to tear the mannequin apart to get their hands on the food inside.
Have they ever ripped apart a human?
Oh, indeed. But I guess it's the easiest way to get the food to slip down the crack. Now, one time,
Nah, the
a
food was...
real guy fell down the shaft and was mistaken for a mannequin. Now, he was half torn to shreds before I pulled him out of there. Poor fella didn't look lifelike enough.
Kind of looks like us.
Oh, yes. He was really quite beside himself. Now, he gave me his pipe as a token of appreciation
Sherlock
for
Holmes.
saving him from the mob.
Ah, memory objects.
Well, I still keep it in my pocket.
I need that. It's a memory object. That's some stickers. It seems much later somehow than when you stop story. I need that.
Oh, look. Oh, look. Let's give it to her, please.
Yes, give it to Lola.
Let's see if she's feeling more sociable. Lola, dear, are you feeling more chatty now? She says her tea party is still missing 2 guests. You see, we just need to find 2 more of her friends.
Okay, so another memory object would be the photo. Be the matchbook. The toothbrush it wouldn't be. Okay, so they've got to be things in this place. I see you, big silly. The cassette.
Ah, of course. My audiobook about the Gulag makes perfect sense. Only one more object to find now. Oh, well, it's something I used to play for her in the car an awful lot. There was this one story she used to adore. The story? Well, it's about 2 guys. In a way, 2 guys like us who were side by side, both waiting for something to happen. Now, these 2 fellas were both prisoners in the Gulag. Do you know what the Gulag was?
A prison.
So, the Gulag camps were off in the middle of nowhere. You could escape, but then what would you do? Well, you'd
What about that book?
So there was a trick. It was called the sandwich. Now, say you and I wanted to escape the Gulag. 2 guys.
You paid
like
with
us,
the sandwich?
friends. We'd recruit another guy, a 3rd guy, to escape with us. And preferably a nice, fat, buttery guy. The fat guy was called the sandwich because the idea is that
You
the 2
eat him.
parties, us, we'd kill and eat the sandwich on the way home to survive. It's great, right? Maybe I didn't tell the story right.
So you like to meet people.
Oh, I think mainly just because of the setting. Siberia. Bears love stories about remote places.
And they like eating people, apparently.
Well, I
Perhaps.
haven't told you the best part yet.
That you ate our
Well, there
girlfriends.
was one time these 2 guys escaped with a sandwich. But there was a problem. They finished the sandwich too soon. Didn't ration him out long enough. He was all gone. And they still had days to walk through the Siberian tundra.
I mean, how do you know which one of you 3 is the sandwich, right?
These guys were great friends. But they were also hardened criminals.
Like, there's got to be a distrust. The first to get
And so
murdered
they knew
is the
that whichever
sandwich.
one of them fell asleep would be eaten by the other one.
Because they all know that someone's the sandwich.
But the code of criminal friendship didn't allow them to acknowledge this. So they had to keep playing it, nonchalant, chatting about stuff, whatever people talked about back then, trudging through the snow. Who? Oh, those two convicts. Oh, no. One of them fell asleep and got eaten by the other. But it's their ability to keep face that I always think about. Their honor that couldn't admit any suspicion. I mean, you don't totally trust me, right? Well, I can see you looking...
Especially when you eat people,
I
no.
don't think I know where I'm going.
Yeah, I don't trust you, Mr. Sandwich Man.
Listen, can I ask you an honest question?
Sure.
Okay, here it goes. This girlfriend of yours, why is it so important for you to find her? I mean, okay, the burnt photo, damsel in distress...
I mean, if she was our girlfriend.
But if you can't remember anything about her...
We'll always have this.
See? This is Lola's influence. It's starting to work. You feel it, right?
All you
I
have to
don't know.
do is find your way back to me. Let's keep
Yeah.
him as our pet.
A dog?
You
Firefly.
didn't even mean to capture it. It just flew into the empty bottle. Yeah, so you think maybe the goal of this whole ride is to return to that moment of innocence and recapture the magic of that moment?
No.
Can't repeat the past. Why, of course you can. Well, for your sake, I hope so. I think you know. You're like me. The past is the only place left for us.
Because there is no future?
We thought the past could only tie us down. Everything we wanted, freedom, lay ahead on the open road. Well, that was yesterday, and this is today.
This is today.
Now the past is all you've got, and the future is full of pain.
It's not too late to fix things.
Well,
Ever.
when we get to the warehouse, remember to keep an eye out for a firefly in a glass bottle. It shouldn't be hard to spot. They tend to keep that place pretty dimly lit.
Okay, but we need this last thing. Is it not in the car? It outside.
Oh,
Wait, there's something in the sky. Oh my god! It's Mr. Raisin! The grape thing! Yes.
looks like Vern started doing some advertising. I guess he's finally decided to take matters into his own hands. Normally he's so stoic, letting things take their own course, never complaining. Well, he was just trying to help you. Seems like you can use it. You're totally infected with this frontier spirit, am I right? Always move ahead, always continue along the two-lane blacktop. Maybe Vern exaggerates a bit, but at least he knows these parts. You should turn back here. No, I'm serious.
No.
It's just Lola. Blast nothing. Someone changed the street signs. Him. He's been here. I swear it was the
Who?
second left past the red house. But don't worry. Don't worry. We'll find it. It's right around here. No, it seems to have disappeared along with the car manual. I just want to find my dog. These streets all look the same. This is worse than falling down an escalator. Here, take this. See if you can figure out which way is east. Are you sure?
It's a crazy eye
Look
thing.
through it and see if it tells you which way is east.
It shows me your creepy face. That's all it shows me.
No luck, huh? Well, maybe it does something useful.
Yeah, let me give it to Lola.
Oh, listen. Listen. She's starting to talk. Hopefully we can get out of this maze now and head on our way. Lola, dear, this young man and I, we're looking for... She's saying something. Something about you. A car crash? No. He's fine.
We saw the car
Just
crash.
look at him. She thinks you've caused some kind of accident.
We saw something about a car
I can
crash.
vouch for this young man, Lola.
There's the car crash. Seattle woman, 29, seriously injured in car crash. Ipsum lorem. Okay, just
Well, he's been with
fill a
Lois the
text.
entire afternoon.
Lorem ipsum.
She says she knows who you are and that she wants to help you. She's gathered these memory objects for a purpose, for you to put together, to bring you earthly knowledge, she says.
Okay. Lola just vanished.
Peculiar.
Okay, assemble the memory objects. Well, that would go into the thing. The tape can go into the thing. Right, I guess. That went in correctly. No, it's sellotaped in though. Right, well that goes inside, yes. This goes on the front, I would imagine. Okay, so we're putting onto the top would go that, and then it would be the pipe. Yes, okay. I don't know how the hell this thing speaks to us, but I'm sure it works. What are we missing? It seems assembled. Can I just look through it? What am I missing? Hello? My mouse pointer's broke. I think I broke the game. Zoom. Okay, there we go. Can you just play the tape? Like, this looks assembled. I guess we didn't assemble it correctly. But that's clearly the key goes into that. Does the tape not go on the top? Okay, take the tape out. That clearly goes into that. Right, the back looks like the tape sits there. Okay.
Well, isn't that something? It's
What
out
is
to be,
it?
my boy. Art.
It's a camera!
Your means for turning water into
Of course
wine,
it is.
redeeming the past, renewing memories. Americana, where the surreal intermingles with the mundane. Here's your chance, my boy. Create a photo journal. Win some awards.
With his magical Papega camera, sure.
Fireflies, sent directly from your memory, I suppose, to guide you. Oh, hello there, Lampyridae.
Well, you're suddenly looking a lot younger.
Oh. Oh, those sideburns. Don't let my students get a hold of that. I think they're not done yet. They want you to take more photos.
Okay. Follow
They
the
want
fireflies.
to show us the way, but they can only do it through photos.
Got it. So I guess we photograph everything that they interact with, right? Well, they're going to interact with the Mr. Peanut, right? They're all over there. They're going to go on a long journey and eventually to the Mr. Peanuts, I'm sure. Why do we sound like we're driving in an ice cream van? Okay, were we hitching at that sign?
Gee, I didn't notice him standing back there. Should we go back and pick him up?
That's Marty McFly.
Who is that guy anyway? You don't sound very glad to see him. I think they're not done yet. They want you to take more photos.
We probably should have gone and picked up Marty McFly. Okay. Well, they just went inside that house, so that's a bit challenging to photograph them there. Window. Sure, they'll come out the other side at some point. I'm telling you, they're going to land on the Mr. Peanuts. Or are they just going to go into a jar because, you know, the memory? Or is it going to be a peanut butter jar? I'm sure they'll get there eventually. Ah, your glasses. Although, that's a completely different sign to what that sign says.
Trading post, huh? Interesting proposition. I expect you get something rather valuable in exchange for this particular camera.
I mean, it is a magical camera. You would assume it would be very valuable. Although it is literally just a kaleidoscope, a... what do you call smoking pipe, and a cassette. And a music box. So I don't think it's like, you know, the most valuable. Anyone can make it. But maybe it might have value. Is it just going to be the same stop sign again? We're just going to exactly the same place. It's a telephone pole there now. At exactly the same junction. The Warehouse of Lost Things is closed until further notice.
It can't...
Well, you're probably only allowed there once.
No!
Right?
My dog! How? If I can't find her in the past, I don't have a chance of finding her in the future. Oh, that was just nonsense I said to cheer you up. I
mean,
find my dog.
You're not likely to find her in the past. You're more likely to find her in the future. You know, you can't find something that's lost in the past because it will remain lost. In the future, future's open. Future, anything can happen. So you're more likely to find her in the future than the past. And again, we're going to go to exactly the same junction. And... and then... your dog will be there! I'm sure your dog will be there. I can feel it. Your dog is going to be waiting at the stop sign. At that junction. And, you know, you'd think you'd take the hint at that junction. Everything happens at that junction.
In the street?
Oh, look, it's your dog. What a surprise.
I suppose. But what's happened to her? She's invisible. She's lost in time since the warehouse closed its doors. That's it. Capture her with that camera of yours.
And then we'll find your dog. There you go. There's your dog.
Oh, you're a good dog, Hops. You ran past a funny mailbox through a door, and we'll find you, don't worry. We've got to find that house.
With a strange mailbox. Okay. How can we tell? I mean, I saw one with a mailbox. Oh, look, the fireflies.
That's the one. Hang on.
You mean the one with the cock? Or or is it a rooster? Same difference. Anything look familiar?
The sign.
The warehouse, isn't it?
That's my house. Funny how you can come upon the very place you live and not even recognize it. All depends on the
Also, someone's home.
There's Hops! Thank goodness. Oh, I've almost got her back. Listen, I didn't realize the warehouse was closed, but we must do it again. Now you have to promise me, pinky promise, that we're going to meet again in a year, okay? This same spot. We won't exchange contact info or anything like that. We'll keep it old school. Meet here in 1 year's time. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm not coming back this way.
Sorry to hear that, young man. People like to say that you can't live in the past. Well, look at me. I'm living proof to the contrary. Look,
Yeah, you live in
your
nothing but the
fireflies are back.
past. And let me guess, if I photograph them, I get a picture of the jar.
Seems like they're waiting to give you one last memory.
Okay.
Hops, wait for me.
Bye then.
I just think it would be fun to ring the bell. I lived here my entire childhood. I feel like I have the right.
Oh, that was
Sure,
her
but
house
we better make
before
it
that.
quick. Lots
Okay.
of driving to do still.
Hello. What can I do for you two?
This is gonna sound funny, but
Not at all. Come right in.
oh, sorry, I've got to take this.
So we went inside and it was her old childhood house, and
To
that's
me,
probably
it's
why I'm
perfect here. I don't understand what's so great about our life in Seattle. Don't you ever think about making a change?
But she was traveling to Europe,
Sure,
right?
but this isn't the kind of change I had in mind. I get it. You grew up here, so it's your baseline of normal. But this just isn't my idea of an adventure.
Or moving into someone else's house.
It's real here. It's a good place to grow up, to have children. At least it was for me. I can always find myself here. Same stars, same fence, same mailbox.
Except now it's got a cock on it. Because that mailbox didn't. Oh, did we find her here as well, I mean, we're in the past now, because it doesn't have the strange mailbox anymore. We can walk around. No, we can't. It won't let. Have the magical camera. Hey, we got the memory box.
Hey, you need a ride someplace?
I mean, if I could look at you, I'd say yes. Leah Birdsall. Okay.
Listen, I'm not your girlfriend.
I know that.
And I'm not your mother. But you'd better finish that pickle. Or else, I'm
Elvis?
stealing it.
Have it.
Me?
I don't want it.
I'm a waitress, dummy. Waitresses have to be whatever people want them to be.
Well, this is an interesting hitchhike, isn't it?
Well, feels like
Just
forever.
sitting in an empty diner.
At
We've
this
been here
point, it's
forever.
less what I do,
$4.99 for a
more who
burger.
I am. But not Thursdays. Today's my day off.
Robot doubles. Interesting.
That's okay. It's
And you
nice
probably
to
get
sit
free
on the
food,
other
right?
side of the
Hello,
counter
B
for a
Wonder
change.
Wild!
See how the other half lives.
If you look on the stream overlay, so I've got it set as an overlay, not as a
Isn't it
panel.
dreamy?
And hello, how is your day going? Oh, my cup of tea, this
Still,
music.
I can tell we have some things in common.
So yeah, I don't have it as a panel below, I have it... Why are the binoculars? What are these binoculars doing? So yeah, if you hover over the actual stream, there should be a stream overlay, and
We both
that's
have to
how
live
you
by our
access
wits.
them. Yeah.
Hitchhiking isn't an easy trade. Waiting
Are
tables
these-
isn't either. I'll show you what
That's
I
some
mean.
weird, creepy
Corned beef
binoculars.
hash with 3 eggs over easy, whole wheat toast and hash browns. 2 eggs scrambled with bacon, sausage, English muffin, and French fries with mayo instead of ketchup. 3 eggs over easy with well done bacon.
How is your
side
day?
salad,
You having a good
toast,
day?
Greek omelet with well done hash browns and white toast. A short stack of blueberry pancakes, coffees all around, and 1 Diet Coke. So,
Okay, got
how
it.
many orders of toast were there?
I wasn't paying attention. Hi, there's a customer over there, by the way. A
Okay.
little...
Here it is. corned beef hash with 3 eggs over easy, whole wheat toast and hash browns.
1.
2 eggs scrambled with bacon, sausage, English muffin, and french fries with mayo instead of ketchup. 3 eggs over easy with well-done bacon and a side salad, hold the toast, Greek omelet with well-done hash browns and white toast, a short stack of blueberry
2.
pancakes, coffees all around, and 1 Diet Coke. So, how many orders of toast?
2.
Yep. Well, unless you count the English muffin. Then it's 3.
How? I mean, okay, an English muffin, it's not toast, but it can be toasted, and it is bready. It's a good day! Lunch day with friends! Streamed earlier and maybe later. I've enough the friends to see in a couple of hours first. No worries. Hopefully it was a good lunch date. And yeah, I did see you streams earlier. Like, I was lurking about. I thought you were going to do an all day again. And then it's like, well, okay.
Bet you can't catch me. Bet you can't catch me.
Thank you for using the V1 to Wild one. And thank you for the 100 bits. Very much appreciate it. I was also going to do, when we do like a Jackbox next, what I was going to do, because I'm going to make one for everyone for one of those. And then like a competition, so whoever wins that round of Jackbox gets to use theirs for free for a bit. So, just like make theirs free for a bit. So I thought that'd be a fun thing. But yeah, I appreciate the 100 bits and I appreciate the sticker. Thank you very much. Some of the free ones are a bit, I haven't put sounds to the free ones yet, but I need to put more work into them. But yeah, what time are you going on your other thing? Is like you say in a couple of hours, right? Okay.
I figure there's an art to hitching a ride.
There's an
You
art
have
to
be
hitching
able
a
to
ride.
read people very quickly. Waiting tables is no different. You get to know what.
Well, I've
people
done
want
waiting, so I
before
do.
They know what they want.
Know
It's a
what you mean.
sixth sense.
Couple of hours. What are you planning to do until then? Anything interesting? I didn't misread the last. Well, maybe I did. I did think he was a bit of a creepo. But...
When I picked you up, with you it was easy. Your mind is an open book. Seeing you wandering through that street in the suburbs, clutching that strange blue box like a talisman. I could see
we
that
looking
you
at
needed
backpack. Can we even open this? I mean, we should have kept the key from the glove box. That would have helped. Also, we've got this photo now. Well, okay, so we've got a few things.
a good rest, a good meal, and a dose
And not
of
a
friendly
pickle.
advice from someone who's looking out for you. It's good you managed to lose Hops back there. Let me guess, did he try to make you promise to meet him again?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've all made a few of those. This highway is practically paved with broken oaths sworn to Hops, patron saint of useless stuff. He doesn't mean
I didn't like
badly,
him.
Hops. He's just a bit stuck in the past.
You mean completely stuck in
That's
the
why he
past?
has all
Also,
that
what
junk
is
in
that
his
coffee
car.
cup doing?
Can't let go of anything. Can't change. People like to solve problems with the tools they understand. Hops thinks all the useful tools are in the glove box of his own memory.
Gave it a speaking soul, snowed
That's
in,
why it's
maybe
good you got
down.
clear of him.
I have
He's a bad
power
influence for
and
someone
internet
like you.
simulation there simultaneously. Yeah, if you wanted to, I'm totally down to play some games. If you, as long as you got power and internet. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your power and internet problems. That is not good. I don't know what has been going on there, but 2 days without. I could not. It drove me mad. So yeah, as long as you've got power and internet. I was wondering, like, when I was lurking earlier, I was like, are you like stayed up ready to play Ghostbusters? Because it didn't say anything about the karaoke or anything. You didn't have the karaoke thing open, so I was like, are you waiting for me to play game? No, you had stuff to do. So yeah, if you want, on the weekend, we'll definitely play some games. Just let me know when, and I'll be there. As long as you have power and internet and the time off, and don't randomly get called into work.
That's good. You can't live in the past. Well, judging by
You
the
can't
faces,
live in the
you can't
past.
live in the present either. Look at these blue screen zombies. Everyone glued to their phones.
I don't know, they're kind of ghosts. Maybe they're Googling pickles that don't taste like rubber. It's pretty typical nowadays, actually. Hello, Bart! Hello. How are you?
too, though.
How are you going? Who to? Are we with someone? Bart, you need to check out my TikTok. I think this is how you get there. Because you did that video of the Wednesday Addams thing on People on the Wild stream. It inspired me when I was playing a different game, and it's inspired a TikTok that I've posted now. Just woke up from your afternoon nap. Nice. Hopefully it was a good nap.
You were very much animated. Although, maybe not in a good way. That was some argument.
That doesn't sound good. How come everyone remembers us arguing?
If it wasn't worth arguing over, it wouldn't mean anything, I guess.
True.
You were right over there, sitting at the counter. Well, I'm not one to eavesdrop. Something about text messages being present. The usual suspects.
Oh, I better click on everything that...
Somewhere in public.
Oh, I should have clicked on the ghost.
I only caught the end of it. It was one of those things that suddenly boils over. One moment you were sitting there having your strawberry rhubarb pie and trying to figure out where the next gas station is.
Oh, the
next
cup was
moment,
probably
when I came
wrong.
back with your check, there was this big scene with you storming out the door.
Yeah, for someone who doesn't eavesdrop, you had a lot.
Like I said, it died down pretty quickly. She hung around for another 20 minutes, mainly talking on her phone. Then she got her stuff and left. Seemed like she was making a plan to meet somebody.
Okay.
Well, the way she was talking, it seemed very intent. And when I was wiping down the counter, I found this.
You know what you say when you're camping?
Have a look.
Intent.
You might find it interesting.
This game and dad jokes. It's a wild ride! A B1's wild ride. Argus Gas, Thursday 4 PM, SH51.
Weird, right? Gets weirder though. Check out the back.
I already looked at the back.
Seems like some kind of rendezvous. I mean, I figure that's not your card.
Where did
I
it
know,
go?
right? No idea. I mean, you don't even drive. Sorry, Copernicus. I've helped you all I can this time.
You're also calling us Copernicus, huh? Because that's not our real name.
Like I said, we all know each other on this highway.
Sure. There's weirdly ghostly things duplicating over here. Like, it's the reason I'm getting a high score from one of the things.
Pass me the menu, will you? I want to see if they have the seasonal milkshakes in yet. Aww.
Okay, so we're like halfway on the map, I guess. South Dakota.
Look at that. It's like a little map of your adventures. How convenient. Even your gas station is there. Did you notice? It's a typical sign, you know. A lucid dream. Random happenstance. Strange coincidence. This might be a good time to test if you have superhuman strength or can fly or something. I think I'll have peppermint mocha or
Or the duplicating
caramel.
things. Yeah, so too slow considering you're the waitress and there's no one else working here.
I mean, come on. Raisin farmer? There's no such thing. Grapes have farmers. Raisins are dried grapes. End of story.
I don't know if they're grown the grapes to be raisins.
Anyway, I'd kill
You're the
for a shake right
waitress.
now.
You're the
Well,
waitress.
things
You
become
literally
real when we
said
invest
that.
meaning in them. When we make them real.
Don't think it's that simple.
There's a poem about this. A guy is having an argument with his friend. He's freaking out because the meaning of every word, everything, every idea seems to be falling apart. After
So
a
yeah, do you want to
while,
make plans for this weekend, B?
Talking this way,
As long as everything works out.
dissolves. Justice, pine, hair,
I
woman, you, and I.
I mean, Justice would be the first guy. Hair's the second guy. Time, you and I. Like reading the same word over and over
Exactly.
again.
Booth, menu, you, I.
Everything loses meaning.
Mustard. Mustard. It all starts to dissolve.
Thanks.
It's my day off reading.
Did you need to squirt us with mustards? Robert hath praise. He writes in many shapes, moods, even styles, that everywhere one recognizes the reverence of power of language. Words in their full flight of syntax, what we, or our ancestors, used to call eloquence. His second book, Praise, is an architectural grandeur to the nearly flawless first volume. Field guides did not aim at. Poem after poem sets limits to itself. Stern as gravity, white on white, block on stone, frames around pictures. We're a photographer.
He remembers this lover he had, and that helps him get his head screwed on straight again. Well, in a sense. It's more that he thinks back to what it was like when they were together, and the different memories come together and leave him with a sense of specificity. That things are real and not just a big pile of words and concepts and stuff that fall apart the moment you try to squeeze them tight.
Like the fan that
He
just was
thinks back to
floating
when he
around.
was a boy and remembers this river where he would try to catch the little orange silverfish called pumpkin seed. But you do. Just repeat after me. Pumpkin seed. The memories are
Pumpkin
real.
seed.
Look at me. Don't forget me. See me for who I am. Pumpkin seed. You'd be surprised.
That wasn't
Wouldn't
the
believe how much
option I was
people
trying to pick.
project their weird bullshit on me. It's the curse of the diner waitress. Less a
I know
real
what you
person
mean.
and more a blank screen. I can't tell you how many swingin' dick Detective McGurks I've met in this place. Give me a coffee as black as a moonless night, darling. Shit like that. Are you sure about that?
Whoops.
Or is that just what you want me to be? You
I
don't
didn't
seem
mean to click
realize
that.
You're the one pulling the strings in here.
I noticed that.
Well, everyone has an agenda. People think they come to a diner for food, but they're really looking for
I
something,
had something to
much
indicate.
more profound. They want something, and at the end, they settle up. You bring the bill, and they have the chance to make good again. Everybody wants to be forgiven. It's a simple transaction. You're no different. Well, there's that box you're carrying around and want to get open. You're here looking for answers.
Stacking on baklava.
Only
Nice.
the warm, cuddly kind. You're not going to
Did you
hang
hear
out
me
with
say,
yourself
yeah,
in heaven.
I'm down for playing this weekend? Just let me know when and what we'll play. You think I'm unreliable?
It's not just you. This
Never had
really
baklava.
modern problem of
Should try
people not
sometime.
really being present. It's everywhere. And technology only makes
It's
it
tasty.
worse. Once the robot doubles started showing up, that was the tipping point.
Yeah, I've been
Robot
seeing
doubles.
these doubles of
The
everything.
first models were so expensive, only Silicon Valley types could afford them, like electric cars. But pretty soon it got to the point where basically anybody could afford a robot double of themselves. You could pick one up at Walmart, one aisle over from the toilet paper and the firearms.
Wait, people are
Even
just
the company that
duplicating
produces their
themselves.
cheap-ass phones started them. They claimed they were on a mission to disrupt the human space. I hate that word, disrupt.
That does sound stupid.
Pretty much anything you want. But there's where you have to be careful. It acts like you, but it only performs at about 70% of your capabilities. It's you, after a bunch of drinks. So, if you're smart,
Me after
you
a bunch of
trust it to
drinks.
do really simple things for you. Go to the post office, jury duty, fill in for you at your boring job. But people are lazy. They grow dependent on their
Because I asked
robots.
things and like you
They
weren't
do all
responding,
kinds
so I
of
was
things
like,
they
can you
shouldn't.
actually hear me? Is my mic broken again?
People send their robos off to be with their wives, their families, while carrying on affairs. Check it out. Imagine you and I are in a relationship. Then you notice I'm acting a little slow.
You send your
My eyes aren't
robots on
focusing
the
quite right. Like
on
this.
the
Look.
dodgy
See?
dates. Are you meant to be a robot double? I mean, I guess it's hard to convey in this. Your volume is very high compared to the game, by the way. Oh, that's fine. You know, as long as it's you know, as long as you
So
can hear
now
me.
you realize that I've just stuck you with a pile of bolts for the evening.
Robo
Right,
to be with
so
you.
here we are, two dummies out on a date together. Would your robo be smart enough to know that I'd sent mine?
Would it make any difference? And if he knew, would he tell
Or
me?
would they keep it a secret between themselves? All kinds of ethical issues, right? I don't know.
Exactly.
I know you're trying to make your eyebrows move weirdly just to mess with me.
So what's your beef with
Did
robot
someone
doubles?
stand me up with a robo? No, not exactly. It's more about this thing that happened to me at work once.
We meant to be getting a specific high score. Karaoke later. If make it home in time, you're gonna try. I'll probably be asleep by then. So you two have a nice karaoke. Not very high on my side unless it's actually loud for a reason. Well, I was speaking louder because, you know, if the mic's broken, you know, when the mic gets broken through Windows updates, I have to speak really loud to make sure that it actually gets heard. Because, you know, it then it picks it up when it's broken. Thank you. Have a good thing in my honor. I appreciate it. What went
It
wrong?
happened in my former life as a flight attendant. Grab that thing and pull up a chair. I'll tell you all about it.
Grab a chair? Oh, grab the thing. Okay, so we're going to look at the robot doubles. It's one of those toys that kids have. Weekend karaoke too. Maybe that's goes tonight doesn't work it. True. You're very true.
You feel like a sack of bolts yourself doing these safety demonstrations.
Well, that's an aeroplane. You said you were a waiter, not an air
People are
hostess.
zoning out, staring at their phones like the blockheads in here, or else just leering at you like you're the first woman they've ever seen wearing a uniform.
And that guy
But
dropped
you
something on the
start
floor.
getting good at spotting the double. They're often
Yeah,
the
that one
ones
that's just
paying
staring
attention,
at you.
staring at you with those not quite human eyes of theirs.
But I pay attention to people. Gonna stream in between. Exactly. Plenty of time on the weekend for gaming and karaoke. I mean, normal people pay attention too. To be
Technically,
fair.
no, they're not supposed to be there. But like I said, people bend the rules. And
But that's the
security
story,
rarely
weird.
checks. They're fine on the runway, perfectly docile.
And then they explode in the air.
But something goes wrong
Well.
at altitude. Something about the navigation system. The FAA wanted to study it, but the study got
They
shut
start
down
eating the
because
door
you're
of
not
the
supposed to
plane.
have them on aircrafts in the first place. So yeah, I learned to spot them right away. It becomes a job requirement, a matter of survival. Here, try your luck. Have a look at the table. So, 1 mustard, fine. 3 mustards, not so fine. The one on the left is the real one. See if you can track it. Keep your eyes on the prize. 10 will get you 30.
Well, that's the real one.
Very good. You have successfully enforced airline regulations. Want to play again?
Sure, why not? It's the same spot.
Very good. You have successfully enforced airline regulations. Want to play again?
Why would we keep doing it over and over?
Where was I? Pick that up again, and I'll show you what happened next.
Let me guess, it squeezed everything out. Plus, I've already been spotting all the duplicates of everything and eliminating it. Sorry, what?
Pick it up,
About
will
it?
ya? The story's almost over.
I'd like to, but you're not letting me. You know, it's literally impossible. Oh, that
One
thing.
time, we were doing a flight into
I was trying to pick up the mustard. Pick it up! We were talking about the mustard! I was trying to pick up the stupid mustard.
No,
I thought that's
but
what she meant.
Imagine this. Everyone's freaking out. I'm trying to help a girl with her arm in a cast to get her oxygen mask over her head. Suddenly, I'm aware of this Frankenstein monster lurching towards me. The robos, they're like an army of the undead. I don't know if they were affected by the sudden change in cabin pressure or what, but they just lost their shit. People are screaming, and we're huddled together like a band of
thought she said
villagers
she
with
could spot
pitchforks
them.
to fight these things, throwing crap at them from the drink cart, locking them in the toilets, and so on. Luckily, they started fritzing out on their own, like Hal in 2001 when his brain starts melting. Let me tell you, as soon as we got over water, adios, out you go, robos. Threw them right out of the cabin doors.
But that would also depressurize the entire plane and cause endless problems. So, how did you do that without decompressing the plane and making it crash? That last part doesn't seem possible. Yeah.
Throwing the robos off the plane? No, you're right. That didn't actually happen. You can't just open the hatch door like that. But it's a nice image, right? I like to think of it sometimes when I'm lying in bed trying to sleep. Maybe so. They're everywhere these days. I can see one in this diner right now, in fact. Can you find it?
I mean, it's probably the Elvis double, right?
That's right. The King. Can you believe it? God, I miss the King. They say that it was the first robot double prototype ever made. He actually sent it off to act in some of those cheeseball movie roles he had. That's why they were so bad. Am I? Says the guy who called his own girlfriend a robot. I seem to recall you standing right there, complaining it's like eating lunch with an automaton. You really don't remember anything?
Nope.
What you were fighting about? What happened next? Could be. Well, I've got a little game that might help you remember. It's kind of like a telephone seance. Ready?
Funny how you can dial in an imaginary
Hello?
phone.
Is that you? This is your girlfriend. Yes, it's me. I'm calling from beyond the grave.
What are you doing with the brows now?
So, who are you with right now? Am I interrupting you?
I can't say I'm with you.
Waitress. Is she pretty? Maybe I am interrupting something. See, I told you this is
It's
a good
nothing
game.
like you.
Okay, so, I'm your girlfriend. Somehow, I'm not with you now, and you don't know why. Except, I am with you right now. That pretty much sum it up? No, this is my game. I get to ask the questions first. What's with this gas station you're trying to get to? What are you hoping to find there?
Petrol.
We need to get gas in a sec. Hey, stop it!
It's like we spend 1 year falling in love and the next 4 breaking up, right? What took so long? Were you just afraid of being alone? Or maybe you didn't want to be the guilty one, the one who blows things up and hurts me. Were you waiting for permission from me to end it? Waiting for me to give you... Exactly.
Green light.
Waiting for an excuse. What? You didn't want to break anything. You couldn't get over the idea that this great future we were supposed to have could just be wiped out. The beacon we'd always talked about, our light in the bottle, gone.
Instead of sleep, or get ready for work tomorrow.
Put it on me to do what needed doing. Well, I finally gave you the sign.
Well, have a good day at work, and
Right
you know,
over
if you
at
do
that
have a good
counter
sleep stream. Someone just coughed over our shoulder.
You guys need anything else, or you're okay for now?
About time.
We're fine, thanks.
You do anything to make it different, right? To fix things. You still can, and I can be her for you. Together, we'll open the box. You can make it happen. You can make it real. What do you say? Miss the old times? Let me be her.
So you're just gonna transform into her. This isn't right.
Okay, your choice. Now it's your turn. You can ask me one question, whatever you want.
Where are you now?
In trouble. It's cold here. The ropes. The man on the phone. Yes, the one I was texting when we were eating lunch. The man with many eyes.
He's a spider.
Yes, he has 10 eyes, like this.
The human fly. Most likely tomorrow night will be better for it. How about an internet still? For the gaming or for work? Feeling a go tonight. I'm going for a still because I'm crazy like that. Yes, definitely.
No. He wears them around his wrist, like a bracelet.
Well, they look more like zeros to me than eyes.
Even while he sleeps, a few of them keep watch, their eyes open. He also wears an orange vest.
Marty McFly! Okay.
Find the man with many eyes, and his friend, the man with mirror eyes. They're the ones who did this to me.
Mirror eyes, so shades?
Close your eyes.
Hey, where'd you go? It's like you went somewhere else there. Having some irresistible dream. Good for you. Reality is always the best policy. Speaking of reality, the check has arrived.
Let's pay for it and hit the
Works
road.
for me. What's the sudden rush? Are you sure? If you're lucky, maybe she hasn't even gotten to the gas station yet. Well, the card has Thursday 4 p.m. written on it, right? That was 2 days ago. And need I remind you that today is... Yeah. If we leave now, we can beat her there by nearly an hour and find out who's waiting for her.
Okay. What will we do when she
Well,
arrives?
that's easy. If I'm made up to look like her, he'll give himself away as soon as we arrive. I have a few wigs in the car. Like I told you, I'm an expert shapeshifter. Come on. Time to be forgiven. And time to hit the road. Time to pay the check so we can get out of here.
Anything else? Oh, I wonder if the 4,500 is how we pay for the bills, and that's why I needed to like look at all of that. Let me guess. It's gonna cost $4,500. That's cell phone or something. Hello, Piglets! Hello. Oh, that's the number that asked for help.
It says that 60% of the workforce won't have a job in 20 years. Hey, can you put down your phone for 3 seconds? I'm trying to have a real human connection with you, and you're so tuned out. It's like I'm eating with a robot.
I'm sorry, I know. We need to get gas in a sec.
I
We'll talk
mean,
about it while we're in the car.
we could just send in a robot to get
Hey, stop
kidnapped.
it! Come on, let's go!
Who is that? Who are you writing to?
Or maybe the waitress is a
Who's that?
duplicated robot.
Look, I've been driving for ages. I just need to space out a little.
A little? It's like you're a million miles away.
Can you just give me
And that's
a
how she can
break,
just turn
please?
into anyone, because she's a
You just gave
duplicated
me a
robot.
break, remember? Now we're back together, but I feel this is the last place in the world you want to be.
Well, that's what I'd call a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Ain't love grand?
Well, he fucked it now.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Why have we got a score now, though? You know, were we meant to do things in other levels that we could have got a score for as well? I'm actually hitchhiking now.
How do I look?
Different. Sure.
I'm a very apt pupil. A very apt pupil. Here, take my phone. Call for help the moment something looks fishy.
You know, we got this phone number 0743. I can't dial that up. Okay. 11:51. You've got messages as well. They're apt, exactly. Anything else that I can do? Poetry book, the Book of Praise. We've ready. Keeping the windows open. That's the tours book. Okay, there's nothing else going on. But how are you? You having a good day, piglets?
Shoot. Right. I did, yes.
Didn't happen
Right,
like
it was
that.
her. Yes. And?
Who really left her?
Listen, there's something at the end of this road that you don't want to find.
People keep
If you
telling me
only
this.
wanted to find it, there wouldn't be all this conflict. Drivers lying to you, drugging you with raisins, all the little glitches, things that don't make sense, the static.
The duplicating
It's not been a
items.
smooth ride, has it? I'm just saying, there are two sides to every story, right?
And apparently
The
we made a
argument
key
back at the
decision.
diner, maybe there was something missing for her. Something missing between the two of you. Have you stopped to think for a moment about why you keep finding these photographs? Why they are so important to you?
That help remember?
They're a way of capturing reality, right? They're objective, but they're also you. They tell the story you want them to tell. That camera of yours, it's a weapon too. Take a
Good
photo
point.
of me, and in the photo I'll never change. I'll never grow away from you. Well, let's test that hypothesis. So, what did you learn back there from your photo?
He wasn't having an affair. That's wrong.
Oh? Oh, you have my phone. Why don't you call it then?
Yeah, that's completely incorrect.
And you think he's also this man with all the eyes?
I don't think so.
Hey, you said he has 10 of them, right? Have another look at that card. 10 little eyes. See him?
10 eyes. It's a wild. He wants a wild. Right. And the last two numbers are 51.
See him?
Yeah, I see them. I have to look at it again. Yes, I do see them.
Freaky, right?
I noticed that back at the diner. No, you pointed it out to me.
Well, almost there now.
But I figured out the last two
Time to
numbers are
get in
51.
character. Sure, I can't see a thing. What gives? I can't. The car is jammed somehow.
Well, there's no going back now, is there? That's another car on this road.
What the hell? Watch it, buddy.
That's also the car from the car crash, perhaps, right? Again, two sides to every story. I feel like we did something wrong there. I guess we're getting in this car now. You know, that just ended up... Oh, he kidnapped us. Let's see. Well, this is certainly different. Yeah, well, we got the number for help. Call for help at the right moment.
Yellow. Copernicus? Is that you? Let me
Interesting
guess.
that it'd be your
Got
phone
yourself
number.
into some kind of jam. Swinging by your toes over a tiger cage? Kidnapped? That doesn't sound like part of your dream. Then
Nope.
again, you do have a way of making enemies. Who'd you piss off this time? I sincerely doubt that. The fact that I'm hearing your voice now suggests otherwise. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. You've sworn to deceive me, Vern. I'm going to feed the birds now. I want to know the truth. Look where that got you. Speaking of which, did you find the box,
We did.
Have you opened it yet?
No.
Figure out a way to open that box, Copernicus. Inside, you'll find out who you really are. Don't mess with him, kid. He's the final gatekeeper. Way too strong. You need to learn the spell first, before you can go up against him.
The
Hey,
spell.
if I knew it, I'd tell you. But let's start by getting you out of that box.
Well, SH means
Lucky for you,
51.
I've got my farmer's almanac here. Let's have a look. Hang on.
Words can be mixed up as well.
See,
From what we've learned.
cabbage, caraway, carrot, car trunk. First thing you should do is reach
Kick the
around
trunk.
for the latch. Sounds kind of
I mean,
obvious.
it looks kind of loose. I think we could just kick it in the back.
Okay, next step. See if you can scare up the brake lights. Can you find them? It's a little gizmo with some wires. Okay. Yank on the wires and try to pull the lights into the trunk with you. Got them?
Well,
What color are the lights?
red, because they're brake lights.
We need a green light, kid. A steady green light. That's the way forward.
It's all about this green
Gotta
light,
run
huh?
now. Good luck to you, kid.
We need the green light, do we? Okay, actually rewiring puzzle. I mean, positive. That's the green light. Positive to negative. Seemingly. Circle to circle. Positive to semi-positive? No, positive to negative. Okay. Pink to that one. Blue to that one. It does go to that one. No. You were wrong all along. No, that does go to there. Why does this one not connect then? Okay, what if I tried that to that? That does not work. Okay. Is there one that this does work into? No. So I'm going to try this and see. That goes green. Okay. Doesn't go to that. That goes green. That goes green. Perfect. Oh, we're back in time. Hello.
ما أدري شو تسوي بسيارتي بس من خبرتي بهذا المكان راح تسح بعدين.
I don't know where I'm headed. Sorry.
English. آسف. ما أدري هاي مو صدق بس أنا أشعر به.
You only
كان
speak
متصدق
Arabic.
حاجة سعر. كل شيء هنا إلها دلالة رمزية. السترن، الجير ولا القرن على الدشبول.
Okay, nice to
هسه
meet
حتى
you.
لو أحد إيدي من السترن السيارة من كيف تمشي عدل بس من أقوم أشوف إنه هذا جنهل. هسه
Suddenly
شنو
reappears in
الخير؟
your trunk and you were
وإذا
here.
هاي كله إشارات شنو معنى ماله؟ إيه معود على كيفك. أريد أوقف.
It's Algif. I don't know that one. He's kind of telling me his life story and talking about himself. Translate the driver's speech. That's literally.
Fireflies, they dance in the night. They are stumbling on my way back to you. Por eternamente tu horizonte totello the horizon. And I lost my memory on the only way over to nowhere. How would I know? It's not even my car.
Yeah, you said you didn't understand how you got here. I understood that part.
No idea. I find myself behind the wheel here night after night.
I got that.
That's my dream too. You don't want to know how many hours I've spent in there, trying to shift my legs to keep them from falling asleep.
You wake up in the trunk?
Why should I know? What makes you think you can turn up out of thin air and interrogate me? Who are you anyway?
What are you hiding from?
Now I know you must be an English speaker. The only people in the world convinced that every story revolves around them. Who are you anyway?
I'm a guest. Also, you are a robot. Your face is not attached to your body, sir. You are wearing someone's face.
I'm not sure actually. But here, it's funny. On this highway,
Like your face is literally stitched on. I'll shit here. I'm Copernicus.
Copernicus, huh? Suddenly, this doesn't seem so arbitrary. Never heard of Ibn al-Shatir? A famous astronomer. I guess you don't learn about him in your schools. One of the forefathers of astronomy. In many ways a predecessor to...
Copernicus?
Yes, that's right.
I say you're also a traveller then.
Copernicus, al-Shatir. Two iconoclasts from different lands who challenged the belief that the sun revolved around the earth. Two dreamers who had the conviction that their unique consciousness is not the only thing in the center of the universe. Maybe you're not just part of my story, like I'm not part of yours.
Yeah, but just two travellers that happen to...
Where I've been many times. It's like you've wandered into my dream, and I've wandered...
We just happen to be on the same path. We just happen to be Wander Wild here.
How should I know? Somehow the streams have crossed. Disturbance.
Don't cross the streams! There's a disturbance in space-time. Can I open this lockbox? Can I phone somebody? Did we take that? We didn't take the other... Oh, we did. Let's go. Okay, so SH is 51. That's important. Go. It doesn't have 51 in it. I thought maybe it might spell something.
Me? Yes, safety. A place far away from wars. From bombings. From the cockroaches that crawl out as soon as the dust settles. On the news, you hear only about armies and religious madmen. But it's the gangsters that drove me away. They're the ones who did this to me. The El Mahdi army. They called themselves an army anyway. They were looking for my brother-in-law because he worked as a translator for the US military. Neighbors warned us we should move.
That mountain just did something interesting.
Luckily, no. He was...
Wake up. Noted.
He was safe with the army beyond their reach. A few years passed and we forgot about the threat. Life had returned to normal.
How do I wake up?
When they came back and picked me up. 2 days later, when I woke up in a Baghdad hospital, I found out that they dumped me off there and told the hospital that I'd hurt myself in a work accident. Yes, after that, I couldn't stay. The women in my family, my mother, my sisters, they were the only ones who knew. I got on a plane to Istanbul, where my cousin lived. He took me to Izmir, where the smugglers are. They're easy to find. I bought a space on a vessel, headed to Mytilene, Greece, the closest harbor in Europe. No, they had a system that you would pay your money to a broker. And
you'd probably get ripped off.
Once you go to the other side, you show the token. Only then does the broker pay the smuggler. We couldn't leave for 5 days. Too many Greek army ships in the sea. Every morning, getting up at 3:30 to make a go of it. By the 5th day, I was so tired of waiting that I wasn't even scared to get on board any longer. Finally, impatience had overtaken fear. We did not make it to Europe. A boat pulls up next to us. People are trying to understand what's going on, but the men on the ship only speak Greek. At first, people are worried that it's pirates. They take everything from the passengers. Sometimes take the passengers themselves. Sometimes just ram the boat.
Wow.
And laugh as it sinks. But no, these are police, it turns out. They take us back to Turkey, where I'm waiting.
To get on another boat to come again.
Waiting.
Got it.
Of course, I did not remember all this in my dreams at first. These were things I remembered. Remembered from clues I found along the highway.
Yeah, I've not seen any clues.
I've dreamed this highway, this car before, many times.
At least you have a car.
Always a long drive, always danger. Sometimes I'm smuggled in the trunk, sometimes I'm driving. Always checkpoints, inspections, betrayal. Always from someone who pretends to be my friend.
Like the driver.
What is your dream about? A breakup? That's it? Ah, that's more like it. Who has been kidnapped? Who's this person that's been taken away from you? Do you have a photo?
I do.
Who knows? Maybe I've seen her somewhere along this highway.
Good point. And she isn't burnt out in this photo.
I know her. The same woman, but with different hair color. I just saw her at the gas station a few miles back.
No, that was the decoy.
A decoy? What kind of game are you playing here?
It's supposed to be a trap, it
I'll say,
backfires.
You're lucky nobody got hurt.
Something is on fire here.
Yes, that's right. There was a scene there at the gas station.
Oh, the gas station's on fire.
She seemed to be explaining herself, pointing at the empty passenger seat in her car. They didn't really seem interested.
I really need the loot. I'll be back in a bit. In the meantime, watch the match whilst I go to the loot. Hey, I'm back.
In her, though. They were more interested in the empty car seat.
Did you catch what they were after?
Not exactly. There was a lot of pointing at the passenger seat in her car and shrugging. It seemed they'd lost something. Or someone. The leader,
Something.
he seemed very unhappy. A guy...
With an empty car seat. Ah, the orange vest guy. So who did save me?
Sounds like getting in my dream. Getting in the trunk. May have saved your neck.
Interesting. Yeah, did he have circles on his arm?
No, I didn't get a look. I just heard one strange thing they said. That they were looking for a guy with 8 fingers. They were going to find him.
I mean, you're missing a pinky. Do you have 9? Do you have 8? Because thumbs, everyone has. I know, 10 fingers, but a lot of it's controversy. Some people say everyone has 8 fingers. So a man with 8 fingers, that's everyone in some people's aspect.
Something like that.
You have at least a finger missing.
8 digits, maybe.
Phone number.
And you wouldn't happen to have a strange...
Yes, I
box
do.
with you?
It's a TARDIS. We don't lie on this journey. We've been told that. I will not lie.
That was the other thing they mentioned. They have the key, but don't want the box opened.
Did you catch which direction they headed in? Tumbleweeds, they're coming and attacking us.
Say, have you noticed how many tumbleweeds
Yeah.
there are suddenly?
It did.
I don't know, but the weather also seems to be turning suddenly.
It's
Turn on
also
the radio.
fire.
See if you can find a weather report. My God! Get that thing off the window! Get it off! Get it off!
Escape the tumbleweeds.
It seems to be changing the weather conditions.
Dr. Zest presents Interstate Riddle Hour.
Text to speech.
The Central Valley's favorite raisin cola welcomes you to a daily hour of suspense.
Raisin cola?
With baffling riddles and maddening hints that will leave you scanning.
It'll leave you scanning for nothing. You need the channels.
Sunny.
Suddenly,
Our bus is
it's
clean
sunny.
and white among the other 50 or so which are parked
It's
here
not
at
working.
the city's main
They're
terminal.
stuck to the car. We need some other kind of weather to get clear of them.
Stepping out of the terminal.
We don't like the sun.
Pockets are full of change and I empty them onto the bar. Euros, florins, zlotys, lei, lira, and eventually there are enough.
Does work?
coins to
No.
pay.
Okay, so they... You'd think the sun would like...
Level.
Warning.
Rain?
Tornado
like
60
tornado
feet from
conditions.
car.
That'll do.
Low, the tornado. It's starting to pull the tumbleweeds off the car, but it's not strong enough.
Tornado.
Well, that's more than 10 eyes.
Good riddance.
Tornado. There's something wrong with that mountain.
Look, that was very strange. Even for this place.
Yes, I agree.
And the eyes on those things.
Were there 10
They
of
were
them?
spying. Searching for something.
Yeah, they were kind of looking for me, I think.
What do you know about these guys? The ones who are after you?
And mirror eyes.
Seems he had a few extra to spare for the tumbleweeds.
That's what I was asking.
I see. What else?
I don't think it's his business card though. There's also someone with mirror eyes. Need to watch out
Let's
for.
see.
I really don't think it's his business card though. Although, you know, this does have 10 eyes. You're kind of right. SH-51 Argus Gas.
Balkan tours. Not directly. No.
Were they the agency
But I've heard about
that you were using to
From
travel?
a guy in Istanbul I met. He had made it through to Europe, but then had come back to get his family. But that's another story.
Okay, well that's not on the dashboard.
He had come across this
Yeah, we've given you that permanently. Okay.
Balkan tours on his way back from Serbia. He warned everyone about them who would listen. Apparently, they had a charitable program to help refugees, promising to help them. But no one who accepted their help was ever seen from again.
Well,
People just disappeared.
oh, maybe they just got new identities and it really did help them.
Tourists too. They were strange stories.
Two ways of looking at it, you know?
I only heard bits and pieces. Nothing very clear. Mirrors. Rooms full of mirrors. People losing their minds and never coming back.
The man with mirror eyes, yes.
Yes. People who were heading from Turkey into Croatia and Serbia were being warned about it. Watch out for mirrors. Rooms full of mirrors.
Cars
Rooms
with
full
mirrors.
of ice. Well, my friend, I think right now the best thing you can do is run for safety. They probably have a good beat on your location, assuming the tumbleweeds were on their payroll. Make no mistake.
Pretty
these guys
reasonable
are
to
dangerous.
guess. What
Honestly,
do you suggest?
I have no idea. But tangling with Balkan tours right now would be suicide. I mean, it's what they want, isn't it? Right. Where did you get the box? They must be worried about what's inside.
Hope?
Worried it will expose them. All the things they've done. To her. And to all the other people they've hurt.
It's Pandora's box, right?
I wish I knew. Even if I make it to my destination, I'm
But
still
the
not home.
smoke cleared out.
That's what it means to be an exile. My niece, Nadia, used to ask me that question all the time. Where are you going, uncle? She was the only young person who knew I was leaving. Imagine, she knew when my father didn't. I was always mad at my sister for telling her. She would ask me that when I was putting her to bed. The only thing you can tell when a person that young asks you a question like that at bedtime. I told her the truth. Not the truth, but the truth wrapped in the blanket of a
So you lied then? Because the whole truth is the truth, you know. Veiled truth is not truth. Okay.
There's a place
where
the
cars!
run through Baghdad.
Harry
A
Potter?
place called the Two-Story Bridge. When I
Two
was a
sides
kid,
of every bridge.
I would go fishing there and look out at the water and wonder where it all led. As a child, I was told that the farthest place on the earth from Baghdad is a place called Fiji. I would train my eyes on the horizon and imagine that all the water led there, to the point where the sky met the earth. To my child's
It's a bit
mind,
further than that.
Fiji was the place where the sky touches the earth. These people of Fiji, they must be very tolerant people to live in such a place where one has to stoop over at all times and can never stand up straight. Eventually,
I mean,
they resolved to leave
thought
their
prismatic
family
vision,
home
so that's
to
actually
sky
intelligent for
farther
kids.
from the earth, where the pandanus tree can grow high enough to be woven. So they left this land right under the sky, leaving behind those people so old and bent that they no longer cared to stand up straight. The other Fijians gradually moved away from the edge of the world, and the sky got a little higher, and then they found a marvelous place. It was fertile and lush, with
So they went to
excellent
Baghdad.
weather, an orange tree for every backyard. But there was one problem: earthquakes. Terrible earthquakes, as frequent as rains during the springtime in this country. All because the sky was still close to the earth. When there's thunder, it echoes off the roof of the sky and causes the ground to break. But
What is that?
the Fijians adjusted. They built their entire civilization out of rubber.
Okay.
Rubber houses with rubber beds that
I mean,
would
Americans
sway
don't do that to survive
with
earthquakes.
rubber restraints that would hold the sleeping Fijians tight while they dreamed.
Also, like a flexible house is just asking for disaster because all the stable furniture
But
inside
Nadia
could just
didn't
bounce
want
all
a
over the
bedtime
place.
story about that. She wanted a story about good and evil, the kind of story children like. So I changed it for her to be about a Fijian princess called Nadia, who finds the source of all the earthquakes.
The center of the earth. Yeah, you're instead of something. But what happens in this fairy tale version?
So Nadia finds a dragon hiding under the earth. A dragon with a splinter in its toe, whose terrible roaring causes the earth to break. Nadia slays the dragon and saves the people by uttering a magic spell. Gonothi Seauton.
Gonothi Seauton. Okay.
Gonothi Seauton. It's actually Greek. Rolls right off the tongue.
We were told we needed a spell. Gonothi Seauton.
Okay. That was interesting. Can you say that again? All the mirror eyes closed.
Aha! So we've learned the spell. This is the spell Vern said I need, yes.
Seems like it. And look, that's not the spell's only power. The card. There's a phone number on it now.
Oh, there is. Now there is. Aha! Gonothi Seauton. Is that the same phone number?
Do you know what this means? I think you're ready to make a certain phone call.
It's the same number that was on my girlfriend, so.
Ready to put your spell to use?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. Do you have a phone? Even better. So, here's the plan. You call them and tell them you want to sign up for a tour.
They got it.
Here's the thing. If they act like they're taking you on a tour, everything is good. But if they've figured you out, they'll try to distract you while they kidnap you. Take it from me. They tell you someone you care about is in danger, but don't believe it. If everything's fine, then everything's fine. But if someone you know is in danger...
Okay, if someone's in danger, it's us that's in danger. It's a trap!
Are you ready?
Got it.
Dial the number.
I should have had my stuff open so I could have played the It's a Trap! The cat. I actually... I can do that still. But it's gonna take a moment to open it up, but you know, we can do this. Why is that not being... There we go. Custom stickers. It's a trap! It's a trap! It's only worth it. Okay, so if we're in danger, we need to get out of there. Northeast it.
Yeah. Yep, what can I help you with? That's a big park. You near the Argus gas station on Route 90? Alright, I'll pick you up in an hour.
Okay, she'll pick me up.
You don't have a car, do you?
That's a terrible question.
Just guess from your voice. So, see you in an hour.
Where do we meet? How will I find you?
Don't worry, I'll find you.
Okay, got it. But how do we get out there if we're in trouble? You never explained that part.
So, it worked then?
Oh, you are moving along. Well done. Oh, you're waking up.
I think you'll be fine. Just keep the spell close at hand. And remember, if they start telling you someone close had been hurt, it's a trap.
It's a trap! Got it. I remember.
Isn't that how these things normally work in the stories of this country? Other characters shows up, imparts some hard-earned wisdom, and conveniently fades away.
Thank you, Yoda.
Thanks. I think you'll be fine.
Apart from the fact that the car now doesn't have a driver.
Of enemies. I've left something for you.
Other than the fact that the car has no driver.
Hey, sorry I haven't written in a while.
And, you know, this is a very dangerous situation to be driving in the passenger seat with no car driver. Jesse Pinkman! Okay.
Hey, sorry I haven't written in a while. It took me all morning just to figure out where to buy stamps here. So, I'm sending you something from my trip, like I promised.
To put into the box.
Last week, I was at yet another barbecue. People here really enjoy their pork chops, let me
You didn't
tell
send
you.
me a pork chop. So that's not going to be good.
The host's father. He was talking about inflation during the war years. He ran upstairs to get something he was excited to show me.
gun?
He comes back down with a 50
Oh,
billion
50.
dinar bill. He starts talking about at the time they printed it, inflation was so bad that in the morning it could buy one sandwich. By lunchtime, it could buy half a sandwich.
Okay, so it's worth a penny.
It's a beautiful piece of printing, don't you think? All these O's lined up next to each other. Anyway, tucked away for safety.
Oh, I see.
The
And
big
we
piece of
wrap it
news on my
around
end
his
is that
wrist.
yesterday, I finally tackled my fear of heights. Your humble correspondent from the Balkans went hang gliding. Yes, me. Hard to believe, I know. I wasn't gonna do it, but this tour guide guy I met talked me into it, facing my fears and all that. But then the tour guide takes me to the hill where they do the hang gliding, and they're talking about the most crazy thing that happened the week before.
Someone jumped
You're
off
not
without a
going
hang
to believe
glider.
this. It's a tandem dive, so they have you strapped in.
Oh
with an
no,
instructor,
someone
right?
fell off.
Well, last week they strapped someone in, but the instructor forgot to strap himself in securely.
Wow.
They go running off the cliff, and the instructor tumbles down the hill. The instructor was okay, just some bruises. But now the other person is stuck up in the air with no idea how to fly the thing.
Nice view.
Everyone on the ground is
Even though
freaking
it's
out,
literally
yelling
tessellated the
instructions
same
up in
thing
the
over
air
and over
about
again.
what to do. The girl said later that once she got over the initial terror, it was like she'd been flying a hang glider all her life.
And all you have to do is lean and not angle it
must have
down
been
too low
exhilarating,
and, you know,
conquering
try
that
to catch
first
the
wave
wind.
of fear. And once you're up there, it is amazing. The best thing is that you look down and there are these tiny white cotton ball things on the ground, and then you realize they're sheep. It's not so hard to steer either once you get the hang of it. Today, when I was looking for stamps, I bought one of those inspirational refrigerator magnets in a tourist shop. It says, "Do one thing every day that scares you."
Or
I know
just
you
do
think
one
this
new
kind of
thing.
is cheesy, but I actually think it's profound.
Collects memory objects. Do one thing that scares you. Eleanor Roosevelt. Okay.
I hope we can do stuff like this on our road trip together. Can we? Sometimes I hate how we live in Seattle. Just sitting around in our own heads all the time. I feel like it's the reason we've been arguing more lately before I left.
Aha, there's something else. Postcards. Just get it away. Greetings from Seattle. Just sat on the couch, looking
you don't
miserable.
Shake the fear out of your system on a regular basis. It curdles up into anger. I don't want to be angry.
Okay, what next? Milk? Like curdled milk. Anger. Pasteurized, homogenized, and curdled anger.
Time for your idealistic correspondent to sign off. I'm so used to writing emails that it hurts my hand to write a real letter now. How sad is that?
I had
but I
something.
promise to write more often. And what about you? I don't expect a real letter, but an email would be great. How is everything going? How did it go with that California assignment? The thing about grape farmers? That was this week, right?
Yeah, we don't
you.
really know what happened.
I feel a little nervous about coming back home to you. But a little nervousness is nothing to worry about. That's what I've learned here. Fear is the mind killer. Love you.
Don't be afraid. Any more memories gonna pop in?
Oh, jeez, there you are.
She's drifting away in her own memory. Hi.
Nice of you to grace us with your presence.
You're also not Marty McFly.
Looking all over for you. You were supposed to be waiting by the post office, remember?
Got caught up in
Look,
stuff.
we've all got a lot on our minds since the accident. I don't have time to drive all over Mankato looking for you. Barely gotten any sleep since it happened.
Car crash? We're still on time for the tour, right?
Tour? Visiting hours are until 7, so yes, you'll get a chance to see her.
In hospital? Who's Craig?
Craig? Sure, it's only because of him that I'm picking you up. Honestly, some of us weren't so happy about the idea of having you around in the hospital. But he made a good case for you in that altruistic way of his. Said, we're not here to pass judgment. What? Hang on.
Aliens? Can you see with that headset on there?
Shut up. This isn't just any kind of phone call.
No, it's a VR headset phone call, and you're not paying attention to the road anymore. You can really pay attention to the roads. Can I open this yet?
Yes. No. I know. No, he turned up eventually. Yeah, he's sitting right here.
I see, you're talking to the guy.
Do you want to talk to him? Should I put him on?
Crater Lake. Having a great road trip would be a little easier if my boyfriend could drive. Okay, so this is a letter from Kira to you. You're her brother. Aha, you're her brother. Got it.
Put him on live with you? No, I didn't think so. Yes. Okay.
So he's not a bad guy. He's just her brother, and we caused an accident that ended up with her in hospital.
It's called a headset. It's a good way to not wreck your car while you're using a phone. Something I would think you'd be very invested in at this point.
I don't know, it looks a lot more dangerous.
It's an accident, I know. Sorry. But you just don't pull a phone out of someone's hand while they're behind the wheel.
Yeah, that is stupid. Okay, so we did cause the accident. By ripping the phone out of her hands because we were jealous and stupid.
Reporting to you from Mankato. For those of you heading south on I-169 on your commute, Copernicus. Expect some delays around the
What?
14 junction. Don't say anything. He can't hear me. Only you can. Listen. Don't say a word. Do you have that locked box? If you do, roll down the window as a sign.
Hey, do you mind? I'm trying to listen to this.
It's okay. You can close it now. No point in making him angry over nothing. Okay, good. You can't let these guys get a hold of that box. He may even have the key on him, this guy. They're taking you to her, but you have to be careful. You need to figure out how much they know.
Well, I figured out a lot more than you realised, because I realised that he's her brother.
The hospital. Is this funny to you? Because it's not to me.
And that we caused the accident that made her go to the hospital.
Do you really want to go there? You really want to talk about this? Now? Of all moments? Fine. Listen, I know that she wasn't honest with you, that she couldn't bring herself to be straightforward about her feeling. I know it hurts you, man, but you two'd been growing apart for a while. In the end, she just wanted to be with someone someone more dedicated. That's the direction she was growing in. It didn't happen overnight, but the trip to Europe and meeting Craig, yeah, that was a big part of it.
That's who Craig is. I mean, we caused the crash.
Fine, whatever. Yes, we're all working against you. Are you satisfied now? Because this is hardly the time to bring your hurt feelings out onto the stage. Can I tell you something? You're a great photographer. I mean, nobody doubts that, man. But at some point, if people keep screwing you over, keep betraying you, at a certain point, if everywhere you go,
Oh, so you're just driving in
keep
circles.
being assholes to you, well, guess what? Maybe you're the asshole. The radio? Sure, go ahead.
Copernicus, there's no time to lose. You have to act quickly now, before he puts that helmet on again. Use this bell. Stop him.
Really? Let's use it. We got the power.
Yeah, know thyself. That's what I'm talking about.
Know thyself. We know that we caused the accident. Okay, know thyself. Not you say it. Know thyself.
Theaton. Greek for know thyself. That's a good start. I know you've had a rough 24 hours, but we all have. I mean, she's my sister after all.
I figured that out! No, he's not lying. I already figured that out. I'm not...
I get this. Yeah, I'm here. We'll be there in just a few minutes. Yeah, he tried it just like we expected. Nah, I'm fine. Yeah, I agree. It's time to call his bluff.
Step on the brake. Stop him. Do it. Step on the brake.
We're causing another accident.
Let go.
I don't trust the other voice. Like, he is clearly her brother. And we've caused another accident. 'Cause we opened the car. He is her brother! He's not lying, and we have now murdered him. Okay, we got the key. I did have the key on him. Know thyself. What the heck? Okay. Recall what happened. Find a memory for each sound. Okay.
Visiting hours are until 7, so yes, you'll get a chance to see her.
Hospital.
She thinks you've caused some kind of accident.
Car crash.
That was some argument. That was some argument.
Restaurant.
You two came by my house, yes? See, that's my silo.
The silo.
In the background.
I'm going away for 2 months. I'll be back before you know it. Here's
Could be that one.
Deposit.
Security deposit. The safe?
So, I'm sending you something from my trip, like I promised.
The letter?
I wasn't gonna do it, but this tour guide guy I met talked me into it.
Handwriting. Okay. That one doesn't
I'm
open.
going away for 2 months. I'll
2
be back
months.
before you know
Flights.
it. It's great, right? I'll send you something special from Europe to put inside. It's a beautiful piece of printing, don't you think? All these O's lined up next to each other.
The argument back at the diner, maybe there was something missing for her.
Find the man with many eyes. They're the ones who did this to me.
Well, that's many eyes.
He has 10 eyes. He wears them around his wrist, like a bracelet.
Like the 10 zeros in the dinar that you sent her. Yes, then we're going to put it around his wrists. And there's a tape as well. I don't think we can find this guy. Of course, we did it. I knew it. If we wear it around our wrists, it goes around our wrist. We caught the accident. We already figured that out. I mean, he's gone.
Help me! Save me from this man!
He wants to be saved from us. Well, there goes the entire reality. There goes reality. Well, you know the song.
Help me! Save me from this man!
Oh, please. I think you flew into the bottle on purpose. What are you, the public defender to all things living?
Fireflies can't talk. Someone has to speak up for him. If the 6 tiny
Be the
mittens don't
firefly.
fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, I'll set it free in a minute. I just
Don't
think
let it
this light
hide.
is incredible.
Let's keep him as our pet.
Now is being cruel. I think I'll always remember this.
This is one of those nights, right?
One of what nights?
We'll always have this. If you ever get to a point where you feel like you've lost me, all you have to do is find your way back to here and sit down beside me.
Except we've now killed your
The
brother.
grass isn't so wet next time.
I'm serious.
As well as
Write a note to
hospitalizing
your
you.
future self and put it in this bottle. If there's ever a point where things have gotten totally screwed up between us, that moment isn't real. This one is. All you have to do is find your way back to me.
What if I can't find the way?
That's why I've
Don't
made
know
you
the
the
way.
beacon. A bottle with a green light to show you the way. Sense of direction isn't exactly your strong suit, Copernicus.
And she called us.
Let's make a pact. With this honorable firefly as witness, I promise my screwed up future self won't mess this up for us.
Yeah, if only I didn't mess up relationships.
Mine too. We're going to make
Ouch.
mistakes. Hurt each other. Everyone does it.
Exactly. You just gotta move on.
So, time traveler, what news? What wisdom do you bring from the future?
That it's never too late. That any mistake can be fixed.
Good, if that's what you believe.
Except you shouldn't have ripped the phone out of her hands while she was driving and caused her to crash. That was really stupid of you. Like, just because you're getting jealous. Don't. Why was she even on the phone while she was driving, though? You know, that's also stupid on her, but. Like, even stupider to cause her to crash by doing that, you know. And that's just how it ends. Well, I guess there were multiple paths, and it seemed like, you know, made a choice, and we could have, like, chosen to replace her with the diner waitress lady. And I don't know if there are, like, alternative things that we actually could have done. Like, you know, we could have not done the know thyself, but we seem to have, like, figured out the things. Like, I already figured out that that was her brother. And there might have been things like the other guy was saying, you know, if it says, like, someone's in danger, you're in danger and get out there, and other things might happen there. So you might have been able to do other things. I don't know. Who knows? But that was Hitchhiker, and I do believe, because it was talking about, like, the branching paths and the winding things, and it does seem like there were other things that we could have done. Also, what was going on with the collecting points in the diner? What was going on with that? Lucas Heger? Any relation to Maya Heger? That's it. But yeah, this was Hitchhiker. It's a very interesting experience. Thank you everyone that popped along earlier. Hopefully you all have a nice rest of your day. And if there's no after credit scene, which we'll see, then I'll call it a day. And then we will move along. And, you know, maybe we'll see if there's somebody to raid. But hopefully you all had a good time. And I will catch you all next time. Where it's probably going to be, if it's on Friday, it will be God Eater 3 with So if not, you know, if it's tomorrow, if Beyond the Wilds doing gaming tomorrow, we might do gaming tomorrow. If not, we'll be back on the weekend as well with gaming with Beyond the Wilds. Yeah, feel free to follow, feel free to say hello, feel free to mess about with the stickers. I should do more stuff. I should have the stickers up more myself. Also, I'm considering changing like one of the bottom things because like the call it the other thing. Yeah, there's one of the boxes that's in the few things that you can ride for. Hang on. I wondered if it was telling us like alternative things that could have happened. Based on the Hitchhiker's first ride prototype. Yes, we played that one. Throne. Yeah, the Throne app looks terrible, so I might as well replace that with the sticker one because it doesn't really link this, and I can make it look better myself with just a picture than the app, which just looks trash. So you know, I'm gonna probably change that out. Okay, it looks like there's nothing else going on. But this was Hitchhiker. It was an interesting ride, and like I said, I think there was more to it. You know, replay rides so you can replay some of the other rides and things. But check it out for yourself, and I will catch you next time. Bye 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 bye. Actually, I should do a raid.